and she's with the WECAN International Organization, and she's also the founder and president of Women's Earth and Climate Caucus and co-founder of the Women's Earth and Climate Action Network. Please welcome and embrace what she has to say, Osprey Orielle Lake.
The White Horse Blue right down here, Cafe whatever, they sent me shit. I did shit strip ball, west, east, north, and south on my phone.
Hello everyone, and happy Mother Earth Day. Let's give a shout for Mother Earth. Before I begin, I just want to mention a welcome from a honoring really of the Ohlone people, the original people of the land here. I think it's really important when we honor Mother Earth to also remember the original people. So I want to remember the ancestors and the Ohlone people here. Just over half a century ago, the courageous environmentalist Rachel Carson had some really important words to say, and I want to give a quote from her. She said, "The question is whether any civilization can wage relentless war on life without destroying itself and without losing the right to be called civilized." Well, today, as we stand at the edge of destruction of life as we know it, this question of what being civilized really tears open the reality of our startling and dangerous circumstances we know with environmental degradation, climate chaos, and all the other things that we know are happening to our planet. We know we can't be living as we have been, and that we need to really change our worldviews, our laws, and our governance structures. We need system change, and we need to do it right now. I want to talk briefly about 4 points to focus on. We know from scientists to historians, from leaders to cultural thinkers, everyone is telling us from every sector that we have the solutions we need. We have the solar and wind and geothermal technologies. It's not really a problem of solutions, it's a problem of mobilization. It's a problem of getting people out there, bringing together collective and political will to make the changes that we need. If we're really going to protect our Earth, we need to take action on a regular basis. And I'm thrilled all of you are here today on Earth Day, coming out here and marching, coming out here and learning from one another and all the people who have their booths. But I would like us to make the commitment that we come out all year long, because we're in an urgent window of time and we need to come out all the time. So let's hear it for mobilizing all year this year. One of the most important actions that I want to talk about very briefly, in addition to divestment and investment campaigns, which are important, the move to amend and putting a price on carbon. All of these are incredible campaigns, but I want to talk about something really important that goes to the systemic roots of our problem. We want to talk today about rights of nature and rights of Mother Earth. Earth laws that address our critical need to truly become civilized in the highest sense of the word that Rachel Carson talked about years ago. This means to live civilly with each other on our Earth in respect of the natural laws and of our Earth's ecosystem. And around the world, when we look at our environmental laws, not including indigenous people who have a very different system of governance, we see that really that our ecosystems are treated as property. And I think this has been a real difficult problem in modern civilization. Our rivers, our forests, our mountains are treated as property. Rights of nature is very different than furthering these property-based environmental laws, which in effect are regulatory laws that allow pollution to continue. These conventional environmental laws regulate how much harm can be done, but they don't stop the harm. If our environmental laws were working, we wouldn't be in this crisis that we're in right now. But as it is, our environmental legal frameworks allow corporations and governments to destroy our world and profit from it. So rather than treating nature as property under the law, Rights of Nature acknowledges that nature in all of its life forms has the right to exist, persist, thrive, and regenerate its vital cycles. Rights of Nature makes all actors accountable to the well-being of ecosystems, and that's what we want. Communities can protect the places where they live, their ecosystems, by bringing lawsuits on their behalf, on the behalf of rivers, forests, and our climate. So at the heart of it, rights of nature really is a big paradigm shift in our governance structures, in our legal frameworks, and culturally to honor our earth as a living being that she is. We are part and particle of nature, of Mother Earth. Living well in the Quechua language of the indigenous peoples of Ecuador is called Sumac Causai. In Spanish, it's Buen Vivir, and this means living in a good way, in respect of nature. This is what being civilized truly means. Rights of nature recognizes the inherent meaning and sacredness of our earth. And in fact, it works. In 2008, Ecuador became the first country in the world to put rights of nature in its constitution. Bolivia has rights of nature laws in their government. And before these national developments, the rural community of Tamacaboro in Pennsylvania, with the assistance of the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund, they passed a local ordinance that gave nature rights-bearing entity. And since then, over 24 communities in the United States have passed local ordinances which recognize rights of nature to protect their ecosystems. We can change our laws. It's important to realize we can take rights and change our laws. Think of civil rights, suffrage, and the end of apartheid. So I have two more quick points. I'm with the Women's Earth and Climate Action Network at WECAN International. You can see on our website. And we're seeing all over the world voices that have been silenced being lifted up. And we're seeing women around the world rising with fierce resolve because we know what's happening at a national and international level around global warming is not strong enough. Women are the most negatively impacted by climate change and environmental degradation, yet we're key to solutions. And I would ask you to really check out what we're doing around our Women's Climate Declaration on our website, which is circulating internationally, and we presented it at the United Nations Climate Negotiations in Warsaw last year, and we will be presenting it in Lima, Peru, coming up at the next climate negotiations, so we can hear more from the voices of women, indigenous people, and nature. Lastly, I want to say that it's important to understand that we are all part of social and environmental movements that are much greater than ourselves, greater than our communities and our countries. We are part of our planet's immune system, rising up against injustices that are destroying our Earth and all life as we know it. So let's take this time on Earth Day to mobilize for the rest of the year and make that commitment. Thank you very much and have a great Mother Earth Day.
Thank you, Osprey Orielle of WECAN International and the Women's Earth and Climate Caucus and Women's Earth and Climate Action Network. Wise words to live by. Up next,